And we do not allow recording a press conference on your cell phones in here. And if you're joining us on Zoom, please use the raise hand function for questions. We'll address questions in the room first and take questions from Zoom as time permits. Once again, we'll start with a statement from Dave and then open it up for questions for the student athletes.
Well, kind of in line with the rest of the first two ball games, it was a good ball game with a thrilling finish. It didn't go our way this time, but I thought it was a great ball game against two really good clubs, and the level of game was really high. And you know what? I told our team at the end. I mean, if we break it down to the smallest level, they got two guys on. They got a bunt down and a base hit, right? So they executed in order to win that ball game. And so you gotta give them credit for doing that. We had plenty of opportunities throughout the day with runners in scoring position. Could have got that same hit and widened the gap or extended a lead, and just weren't able to do that a lot because of the good pitching that they provided. Joey did an outstanding job getting us started. Got us started for the first four, handed it off to Drew Dowd, and I guess they played a way better 2 1/3 innings than we did there at the end after the break. And so my hat's off to Wake Forest. To beat the number one team in the country, you're gonna have to play a pretty flawless game, and we kicked a couple opportunities early in the game. But we'll come back, we'll learn from that, and be ready to go next game.
Okay, let's open it up for questions for the student athletes now. Raise your hand. We'll get a hand mic to you, and again, give us your name and affiliation. First questions for the student athletes, please. Okay, right here in the back, Tina.
Mike Fearon from SiriusXM. Joey, it's one of the top offenses in the country. How were you able to keep them off balance?
I think it was just mixing early. I think they were looking fastball early, throwing a lot of changeups, a lot of curveballs, and just keeping them off balance. Throwing anything in any count really helped.
Okay, up here.
Hi, Ron Krejcik from the San Francisco Chronicle. Carter, what was that break like? Did it sort of, I don't know if say momentum, but how much did that disrupt the rhythm of the game, and how hard was it to get going again afterward?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we don't want to point the finger at any delay or any single play. We tried to keep our momentum and keep our rhythm, stayed loose. We were playing hacky sack in the locker room, just trying to stay together and have a good time, because that's what we're here to do.
Okay, next question. Here, Evan.
Evan Bland, Omaha World Herald. For either one of you guys, you guys have fought back from elimination games in both the rounds to get to this point. What is it about this team that seems like you guys rise up when your backs are against the wall?
Joey, you start.
I think it's just us playing together collectively, knowing we have guys to do it. It's the same game, whether it's an elimination game or not. You should still try to have as much fun. And we got a guy, Quinn Matthews, coming tomorrow, so I like our chances.
Yeah, just like Joey said, we have a really balanced team. We really believe in each other. And like Eski said, they got the big hit tonight, but we have guys all up and down our lineup who have been getting that hit all year, so we believe in it.
Okay, in the back here, Brendan.
Brendan Preisman, Omaha World Herald. Joey, this is for you. You mentioned Quinn coming tomorrow, obviously, but what does it mean to you that you were trusted with the start today? And not only that, but you were able to go out there and hold one of the better offenses in the country to such a low output.
Yeah, I think there was plenty of guys on our roster that were able to do that. If you'd have given Drew Dowd the ball, inning one, I think he could have given you just as many innings or outs that we had today. And I think we have a lot of guys that can do that for sure.
Okay, Jake. Here.
Jake McKeever, College Baseball Central. This question's for Carter. Threw a ton of pitches in that first inning, fouled a ton off. What was kind of y'all's approach there from the start?
Yeah, obviously we went into this game knowing we're facing a dude. Lauder's a great pitcher and had a great year, so our goal was kind of just nameless and faceless. We're going to get in there and we're going to get our best swing off on a pitch that's over the plate, and it doesn't matter who they throw or what they can do, and that's what we did.
Okay, once again, Ron.
Carter, kind of expanding on the earlier question about elimination games. You guys won 5-0 this year. I think you won 5 last year.
Yeah.
Does it feel, when you're in an elimination game, what's the vibe? Does it feel more urgent, or why do you think in those situations you guys produce so well?
Yeah, I think we do a really good job with our backs against the wall of just not forgetting that it's the same game we've been playing all year. I mean, I think a mistake in those games is to think you have to do more or to try harder and worry about failure. I think that we trust our guys up and down the lineup, the Alberto Rioses and those people who have been getting the big hit all year. They just come together and do it.
Okay, any more questions for the student athletes? Okay, Brendan, this will be our last one for the guys.
This is for both of you guys. Both of you guys have been on the rosters for now 3 consecutive College World Series. Carter, I know you just mentioned not trying to do anything special with this, but is there anything in particular that you guys have learned now that this is your 3rd time in Omaha that you try and bring a little extra to the ballpark?
Carter.
Yeah, I think that, Esky says it best. I think that we just try and stay as long as we can. I think that if we can fight together and scratch a couple elimination wins and hang here long enough, I think we can get our rhythm and get hot and really surprise a lot of people.
Joey?
I think you said it best. Kind of just sticking the course, just playing the same game.
Okay, guys, thank you. We'll excuse you too, and we'll open it up for questions for Dave.
Thanks, guys.
Okay. Okay, first question for Dave. Eric?
Eric Sorensen, D1 Baseball. Dave, just going into this game, knowing you're going against a pitcher like that, and it seemed like early on you guys were taking some early swings. Was that kind of the game plan as far as like kind of attacking before he got deep into counts?
Yeah, we wanted to be aggressive for sure, and kind of use the middle of the diamond, just kind of hold that line to the middle because he's got such good off-speed stuff as well. So it would keep us on that if we were out front. And then we got into some plus counts and got some base runners on and just looking for that hit to kind of extend, and I think we jumped on him early, got his pitch count up, and was able to get him out of there in 5 1/3, which was if we get to the pen some, who knows what could happen if we extended some of the relief pitchers.
Okay, next question. Okay.
Matty Marinas, White and Blue Review. With Joey's outing, we saw a lot of called strikes, a lot of whiffs, not much contact, even with foul balls. What do you think he was able to do today against that lineup to just, I guess, keep them a little bit hesitant?
Yeah, with that line, there's very little margin for error. Like you've got to be able to tunnel your pitches, and you've got a small narrow window that you got to put the baseball, otherwise they can hurt you. And he missed out over the plate to. I believe it was Wilkin, and he made him pay for that. But that was just, from trying to go middle away to a little bit middle in. So I thought Joey did a really good job of spotting up not only his fastball but his breaking pitches as well. Because again, you've got a small window that if you miss out over the plate, they're a great offense, and their numbers prove that. And he did a great job just with pitch mix and keeping him off balance. His off speed stuff was really good today. I thought Drew came in and did a nice job as well. And we held the lead going in, with an out in the 8th, and they got a big Corona with the big hit, but they got a bunt down too. So give them credit for executing and winning that ball game.
Ron,
Dave, what's sort of the emotional impact of losing that way, to be up most of the game and then up through an hour and a half rain delay? I mean, in real time, you guys were ahead for 3 hours, and then to lose sort of suddenly, is there any impact of that? Is it sort of jarring at all for your players?
That's a good way to think about it. We're only behind for about 3 or 4 minutes. Yeah. I want to check what the time of game was because you're right. Yeah, it hurts no matter what. You come this far and you play with your guys, and that's what I really appreciate about our team. I think when people ask about why we're so good at elimination games is I think a lot has to do with the culture of our program. They don't want to give that jersey up, right? They don't want it to be the last day they spend with their teammates. And so I think they fight harder knowing that's a possibility. And I think that's kind of hats off to the brotherhood and the culture that our program has.
Okay, Matt.
Coach Matt Talverney from World Baseball Network. Joey just gave up one mistake today to Brock Wilkin in the 2nd inning, and nonetheless he pitched really good to keep you guys in it. What's it going to take for you guys on Monday just to eat up some innings out of Quinn Matthews out of his last 156 pitch performance?
Yeah, it's going to obviously, giving Quinn that extra day, and we'll see what we hope he can bring us, get us into the 6th or 7th inning, and then we're going to have to, rustle up some magic in the back end of that bullpen, which has been a little bit of just of a mix and a match, and it's going to be it very well could be Quinn's last outing, and I know he'll want to give us his best, and we're going to face a good lineup no matter who that is, whether it's LSU or Tennessee. It's going to be a really good lineup and a big challenge for us. So I'm glad that Quinn's going for us, and I'm looking forward to seeing him give us another great outing.
Mike, we're going to run out of time here in a moment, guys. So.
Sorry. I guess, what did you see from Sullivan with his pickoff throws when he came in the game? He got 2 off first base.
Yeah,
seemed like those were plays.
Crazy. I didn't see anything special. I think we did more wrong than he did right. One of those things that we're going to have to learn. You make that mistake, and you just learn. I was teasing our coaches at the break that this gives us an opportunity to learn what we need to be on top of in the future. Maybe we don't hit as much. Maybe we work on our base running more than our hitting next year, I guess. But yeah, not in a situation either one of those. None of them are running. It's just a secondary lead, and we should have been safe getting back. I mean, if we stuck to our fundamentals, we shouldn't have been picked off there. But in a big game with the game moving fast, sometimes you lose your fundamentals.
Okay, we're going to have to drop it there, Dave.
Okay.
We'll see you
All right.
on Monday. Thank you.